in the evening, so I'm jumping on quickly to do the session I owe you guys for last night. So here's the challenge, right? Sorry, I have a little bit of an eye issue that I've been dealing with, and at the end of the day, it was very uncomfortable to be under the studio lights. So I left yesterday and thought I'd come in and chat to you guys this morning, as well as doing the session this evening. So I really wanted to say thank you for your understanding, thank you for your amazing support, and thank you for the comments and the feedback that I've been getting. It's meant a great deal to me. So we've chatted previously about being an adult and surrounding ourselves with adults and choosing to have healthy relationships and relationships as adults, not as children, with people who treat us in a way that's healthy and appropriate, and that we treat in a way that's healthy and appropriate. But sometimes when we want to exit a relationship because that person is not dealing with us as an adult, that person is bringing their pain and challenges, perhaps that have not been dealt with, to our relationship and affecting us. And we've spoken before about the incredible value of understanding other people's stuff, understanding that the way that other people treat us and the way that they deal with us has got nothing to do with who we are, but has everything to do with where they are in their lives, what they're going through, what their skill set is, what they've put the work, effort, and energy into in terms of building themselves and working to become an adult. When people are not willing to deal with or unable to deal with their pain and their trauma, sometimes they react from that pain and trauma, and that has nothing to do with who we are. So if we're unable to exit relationships, perhaps it's a boss and we really need the job. Perhaps it's a friend, perhaps it's a family member. What we can start to do is establish boundaries for what we will and will not accept. And this may take a great deal of time, and it's actually fine if it takes a great deal of time, because these are skills that we have to learn to develop and work with ourselves. And one of the simplest ways of doing that is learning to say no. Understand what we will and we will not accept. Understand what we will and we will not tolerate. Understand what we will or will not be willing to do, and learning to say no. We may get pushback, we may get struggle, we may have to fight, but that's okay, because we start to establish a foundation for our boundary walls that we will have around us to honor ourselves and to protect ourselves and to keep ourselves safe. And that's ultimately how we build a life of value for ourselves. So we learn to say no to the things that we will not or do not want to do. And one of the ways that we can learn what we are willing to say no to is to journal, which we've spoken about before. And one of the fun ways of journaling is to write at the back of the journal experiences that we've had that we would want to say no to, and then we can reference that page number within our journal. So you have a story a day that you share, you write down those experiences in your journal, and that's on page 63. And at the back of the journal, you reference page 63 and you write down why you would want to say no in that situation, why you would not want to tolerate having to say yes or having to do or go through those things. And then that starts to become a book of rules for ourselves. When we learn to say no and we write down why we've said no, we can set that for ourselves as a rule, and we can impose that rule with a lot of strength on ourselves, because sometimes in the moment, our old triggers come back to us. Our need to be loved, our need to be liked, our need to be accepted, our need to be valued. That pain we feel as a child gets triggered now in order to say yes, even though we don't want to say yes. And that makes us lose worth and value for ourselves and slowly breaks us down. So ultimately, we need to set rules for ourselves. And when those rules are written down, we can stick to them. So with your journaling, in the back of the journal, write down those situations that you wanted to say no to and start to write your own rules. What will you accept and what will you not accept? And when they're written down, we can stick to them. And when you can reference back to your daily journal entry as to why you felt that way and what made you say that, you can honor yourself by sticking to what you believe. Thank you for watching, guys. I love you all. Have an amazing day. And I'll see you this evening. Oos.